Well, hello loves and happy Sunday to you. I want to go over supplies really quick before we dive in. So here is our piece that we're creating today. Look at that beauty. Oh, so much goodness, so much meaning. It's so good. Okay, really quick. Stencils that I used. This is the dahlia, the bellflower, and then the Geo Minis stencil, and I think that's it. Yeah, so those three will be on sale this week. Collage packs that I used You Are Loved, the Railroad Tickets one, I don't know the full name of it, and then the Vintage Papers one. Those three will be on sale this week. And then as far as supplies go, simple supplies. I did a lot of mixing of color because I was getting variations within my flowers. So I used, of course, I used matte gel to put my papers down. I used gesso. I started out with a black background. It was just black gesso. Then I went over it with white gesso and a palette knife, just a regular old, where's my palette knife? Palette knife, not this one. The other one's, it's dirty. I'm going to take it out of the water, see? It's so dirty. But palette knife and gesso for the background, and then I did a umber wash over that, and I did a little bit of some color mixing over that with some stenciling. That's where the Geo Mini stencil came in, and I used all the different patterns on there. And then my papers, matte gel, I put those down. I didn't use fluid matte medium, I used matte gel so that I would get a smoother surface so I could paint on it. And then, let's see, what else? Paints, of course. So we did background, then, yeah, papers, okay. Lucas Krill it's a peach color, but it's called Flesh. I don't particularly like the name Flesh, but that's the color. Raw umber, and then olive green. Raw umber is what I use for the wash. And then I've got a variety. I've got Blick Mattes. I've been experimenting with Blick Matte paints because I love the matte finish of them. And they're super inexpensive. And I really like the quality of them. So they're different colors. So this is Purple Matter, Red Light, which red light is basically pink. Red Deep. This is an interesting color too. I'm experimenting with that because it kind of has an orange undertone. Liquitex, Soft Body Acrylic, and Quinacridone Magenta, and burnt sienna, transparent burnt sienna. And then leaves were just done. That was kind of all of the flower kind of stuff. Leaves were done with my olive green and some umber, and then I think just a little bit of gesso in there to kind of lighten it up. And yeah, that was super simple supplies and paints. Then a few soft pastels. Just some whites and some blacks, my charcoal pencil. I did add some teal and a tiny touch of yellow in there. I wasn't quite sure about that yellow, but I really kind of like it. I like that pop. And then, I did use kind of I'll grab this color here real quick. Oops. Oh, great. I just dropped it. It's gone forever now. Well, okay. This color here is kind of a real light purple on the leaves, is actually very pretty. I gotta find that color. I like that color. And charcoal pencil, black and white. That's it. Super simple, super easy, but I love this background. I love the composition of that. So, my friends, that is the supplies for today's project, and gather your things and let's create together. All right, my loves, there she is. This was such a fun process. I enjoyed every single layer of this, the background, everything. The background was super fun. I'm going to do that again. I love the color that happened out here with the play of mixing the paints and some raw umber and that kind of thing. I love that. I love of course the papers just make me happy. And then the flowers turned out great, and I'm just super, super pleased with this. So good. I just love it, love it, love it. So just a couple things real quick before we dive into the meaning. The stencils that I used today will be on sale. The 3 collage packs that I used will be on sale. The original is always for sale, as well as prints and that kind of thing. A couple other things. You can still sign up for the Gilded Rose. I know I've had people ask me about that. It's there in the workshop area for forever. So the replays are in the classroom. You can jump on over there, sign up for it for free, and have fun. It'll be there, and you can watch them for as long as you want. They're in the classroom, indefinitely. So you can hop on over there, and I'll have that link down below in the YouTube description, along with the links to the membership and to the supplies that I used today. The links for all of that will be down below in the YouTube description box. Membership wise, so excited. We have so many people in the membership just within the first week, and I'm so pleased. I just didn't know, and I'm loving the engagement. I'm loving the sharing. I'm loving the ahas that are happening within the membership. The challenges, which aren't easy, the getting uncomfortable with new things, but everybody's just embracing it, and I'm loving what is happening, and so excited about it. So if you haven't checked out the membership and are interested, I encourage you to head on over at the link down below and check it out and see if it's for you. It may not be, and that's okay, but this is a really great and safe space to grow our skills. And it's not just it's a lot of the same things that I do, but it's a lot about discovery and finding your own voice and your own style in your work, and giving you themes and challenges and color palettes and different things like that to really explore and stretch yourself. And I'm super excited about that. So anyway, there's a ton of stuff in there. We've got some guest teachers starting in August, and there'll be a guest teacher every month. So every week there's something new that happens within the membership right now, and so check it out, see if it's for you. All right, so let's talk about the meaning for this piece. So I'm constantly planning with the business, and planning the next weeks and months and what's happening and all that kind of stuff. Well, next month is our annual birthday week, and next month. Like, not next week. Oh God, next month. I make plans for what's going to be on sale each day, and freebies and giveaways and all the things. So I started planning that this week, and I started thinking this is the 9th birthday week. 9 years. And I just really got into this really reflective mode, because I thought about just the journey, for one, that it has been. And then also that when I started this, I was 48 years old. I think that's right. Somewhere in there. 48. I had a career in the dental field. I had raised my kids. I was, perfectly fine doing my thing. And I'd always had this dream to do what I'm doing today. And I was at a place in my life, and we're not always at that place in our lives. We have seasons. I've talked about the different seasons of our lives. But I was in the season of my life where I could take a chance. I could take the risk. I didn't have to care for children and, put food on the table for them and all those kinds of things. It was just me and the hubster, and I thought, I'm going to take a risk. And so, I still worked full time, and I worked all night long, and then would get up early in the morning and work in the morning to get to practice, to figure out how to put a website together, to figure out how to film, and we all have to start somewhere, and it's never perfect. And if you go back, I leave my videos up that I did years ago on YouTube, and they're terrible, but they're a witness to a start. And so the quote on this piece says, "You're never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream." And that's by C.S. Lewis. And that's kind of what this represents, this piece here, because I've got the clocks in there, kind of that time. We have that time where we feel that nudge, where the season is right, where we are able to take a risk. And all the different, like the travel, that's our journey. The postcards are always a symbol to me of a message to myself to start, to begin, to do the thing, whatever the thing is. All the different layers are the layers of our lives, and the flowers are the growth and the beauty that happens when we take a risk. And it's not always a sweet and wonderful path when we decide to take a risk and dream the dream. Believe me, as an entrepreneur, I work harder than I did at my regular job, but I'm passionate about it. And the connections I make with people, and how it fills my soul, doing the thing that I love. And so there's always a risk, and there's always this beautiful growth, and there's always hard times and all of those kinds of things, and it's scary. But what I want to remind you today is that I was 48, and I'm 9 years older now. I'm closer to 60 than I am 50. And I just want to remind you that it's never too late. It's never too late. Whether you're in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, your 70s. So I hear a lot of 30-year-olds say, I missed my opportunity. And I think, oh, Lord, but you haven't. And it's never too late to take action on your dream. And it doesn't have to be starting a business. It doesn't have to be anything of that magnitude. It can be whatever that dream is. Maybe it's starting an art practice every day, or maybe it's starting a different career. And I want to say this too. So the quote says, "You're never too old to set another goal." So you can set another goal or dream a new dream. Or it's never too late to change your mind. You can change your mind. I've changed my mind, and I've shifted along the way in my journey through this creative process. I've changed my mind about my career. I've changed my mind about so many things along my path, and that's okay. And if we make a change, and it doesn't work out the way that we want, you know what? We get to make another change. That's it. It's not permanent. Too many people think that when you decide to set out and go for a thing, whatever that thing is, or you change your mind on a thing, that change is permanent, and it's not. I tell that to my kids all the time. Try it. Go for it. Do it. Because what's the worst that can happen? You change your mind and you do something different. Period. So it's never too late to start, to try, to do the thing, to set the goal, to change your mind, to take a risk. It's never too late. And you get to choose where your path goes. That is my inspiration. I am so incredibly grateful for, I can't believe it's 9 years of doing what I love. working really hard, but doing what I love. And so grateful. And so with that reflection, I just knew that I needed to share that because I know somebody needs to hear that it's never too late. You haven't missed your chance. Your timing is perfect, right here and right now. All right, my loves, have a wonderful Sunday. May it be restful and peaceful, and may you take a chance and think about what's next for you and that it's not too late. All right, my loves, have a wonderful Sunday, and always, always know that you are loved.